Stadium in Tampa, Florida for a cross-conference matchup today between the 1-1 New York Jets, led by quarterback Justin Fields, as they hit the road to take on the 2-0 undefeated Tampa Bay Buccaneers, led out of the tunnel by number 6 Baker Mayfield, as Tampa Bay looks to set up an intriguing matchup next week against the defending 3-0 Super Bowl champion Philadelphia Eagles, a team that recently Tampa Bay has been the kryptonite of. Would make for quite the matchup. However, they got to get past the Jets first, a team that opened up with a Week 1 victory in a Justin Fields revenge game and fell just short last week of the Buffalo Bills, who are also 3-0 heading into week number 4. As for Tampa Bay, they took care of business on Monday night in Houston last week to get to this point. They will begin on the defensive end. The kickoff is underway, and so are we from Raymond James Stadium. Return taken from the 2-yard line. Left side here, little spin move in there. Dumped down to the 31, so Justin Fields will begin his first offensive set of the day for the New York Jets. This team went toe-to-toe last week with the Buffalo Bills, all things considered, was truly the defense that let them down by the end of it. Fields looked incredibly sharp through the air and on the ground during that game. Breece Hall got some important touches as well. Jets looking for more of that versatility here on the road. They are going to need every bit of it if they want to take down a team like this. Fields going to open up from the shotgun here on a 1st and 10. Down the middle he goes. Picks out his tight end, Mason Taylor. That is the rookie. As we welcome everybody joining me here today. What up, GDS? What up, John Zeller? What up, SM? Anybody know what that crown next to GDS's name is? I have no idea what that is. The XP? Top fans. Interesting. Fields going to drop back now to the empty and fire this one across the face of the field for the first down up to the 45-yard line. Nice little catch and run there as we break down the Jets offense. Justin Fields with Tyrod Taylor at his backup. Breece Hall and Braylon Allen at running back. Garrett Wilson, Alan Lazard, Josh Reynolds, Mason Taylor, and Jeremy Rucker. And that is the starting offense today for the New York Jets as they look to continue down the field again. It's the tight end. Or pardon me, that is Josh Reynolds, wearing number 83. Still taking some time to get used to the number thing in the NFL. Because you chatted first, that would make sense, I guess. Quite interesting, though. Let's get the Pick'em back on track. Big Pick'em today for Zombie Flesh 2. Jets across midfield here after just 3 plays. Once again, the handoff going inside to Breece Hall. He'll pick up the first down. That is a gain of 3 when they needed 3. Tampa Bay going to have to put their foot in the ground up front if they want to make a couple of stops here. Home debut? It is for Tampa Bay, isn't it? Didn't even think about that. All the way in week 3. Jets opened up with back-to-back home games, so this is their first road test of the year as Fields goes down the middle and sharp shoots that one in there to Garrett Wilson. First catch of the day for the Buckeye. It's an 18-yard gainer inside the 30-yard line. Tampa Bay's defense falling weak here on the opening possession. Zombie's got Tampa Bay today. Feeling the favorite in this one and for a majority of week 3. Fields this time. 5-step drop hit as he fires that one incomplete. Big-time hit off the top edge. And that was Anthony Walker, I believe. Probably wrong on that one. What up, Chili? What up, John Breezy? How we think Fields is going to do this year? Hopefully. He does pretty good. I think he'll be better in the Jets offense. They hope they can build around this quarterback here. Now his 3rd team of his professional career as he steps up in the pocket, checks it down, caught by Breece Hall, who tried his hardest there to turn up field. Gains nothing, though, in the long term. Levante David on the tackle, breaking down the Buccaneer defense now. Kalijah Kancey, Logan Hall, Vita Vea, Greg Gaines, Yaya Diaby, Anthony Walker, Levante David, Hassan Reddick, Jamel Dean, Zion McCollum, Tyke Smith, Rashad Wisdom, and Antoine Winfield Jr. Makes up the Tampa Bay starting 11 on the defensive end as they rush 4. On a 3rd and 10, Fields going to step up in the pocket, directing traffic, take it off, pointing up blockers, and he goes to the end zone. Fights through a hit and picks it up for the touchdown. 27 yards. And the Jets open up first. What a rush for Justin Fields. Zigzagging down the middle. And when it came to the 5-yard line, he puts his life on the line for his team. What a rush. Jets opening drive, perfect. What up, Leon Trey? What up, JJJ? Justin field goals this time, irony. It must be. Justin extra points right now. And the extra point on the way, and it is good for Andres Carlson. An 8-play, 71-yard drive ends in a touchdown via a 27-yard rush for Justin Fields on a 3rd and 10. Tampa Bay had him right where they wanted him. Could not get home. Quite unfortunate there. Let me take a look, actually, at the Google form to see what our official pick'em breakdown is for this Week 3 matchup. Two high-powered teams, actually. Should make for some intrigue. Although it is 29-4 in favor of Tampa Bay. Nobody showing love for the Jets despite a pretty good start to the season. Interesting. Buccaneers, though, winning the division for the 3rd year in a row. There's a reason why the vast majority believe in him. This man right here, Baker Mayfield. Looked like for a stretch last season he might be the MVP before Josh Allen and Lamar Jackson pulled away. I think Baker, though, was probably a top 5 quarterback last season. What up, King Chabert? See if he can act like an MVP here on the opening drive for Tampa Bay as he gets the day started from his own 27-yard line. Sets his tight end in motion. That is Payne Durham, the backup. Jets going to rush 4. Quick pass from Mayfield. Finds Cade Otton, who breaks 1 tackle. And he'll pick up 9.5 on his opening catch. As we break down the Buccaneers starting offense, Baker Mayfield at QB1 once again. Kyle Trask backing him up. Bucky Irving getting majority of the running back 1 snaps. Rashad White backing him up now. Mike Evans, Chris Godwin, Emeka Egbuka, the rookie. Cade Otton and Payne Durham make up the starting offense for Tampa Bay. They can hit you in more ways than one. As here goes Bucky Irving with his opening carry. Picks up 2, but it's enough for the first down. Up to the 38-yard line. Live streaming late, I was out golfing. Not going to lie. Yeah, we had to wait about 45-ish minutes for the weather to pass, so figured I'd push it back just in case, and I think it worked out pretty good for timing. What up, Doja Ty? Bucks pick up their opening first down here. 6 to go now in the first quarter. Bucky Irving again looking for a deep rushing touchdown. Had a 63-yarder last week in Houston in their 33-28 victory, where the offense and defense alone dismantled the Texan front side. Tampa, though, has looked sharp all year long. All thanks to Baker Mayfield. Just got to wait for him to take a deep shot here. Test this Jets secondary. Will it happen here? Off the play action. Mayfield going to step and fire downfield. And right on cue, he picks out the rookie, Emeka Egbuka. 30-yard pickup for the Buckeye. And that is exactly the yard line the Buccaneers will end up at. Tell you what, for a guy that a lot of people thought was a controversial pick, having Jalen McMillan, now at wide receiver 4, this guy still insanely talented, as is every Ohio State wide receiver. Tampa Bay simply could not miss out on having a guy like that at wide receiver 3. 2 receivers left in right now for Mayfield. Jets showing blitz here, going to drop their linebackers, which means the handoff goes to Rashad White. And his first touch is a 4-yard pickup. Bucs wide receiver room is extremely unfair. Yeah, it's just disgusting. I think Sterling Shepard is still on that team, too. He was like wide receiver 2 in New York, and he's wide receiver 5 here. Run-heavy formation this time. It's Bucky Irving. But Mayfield off the play action. Got to be careful, and he is sacked. Jermaine Johnson off the edge, untouched, and he will take Baker Mayfield down at the 32 for a 7-yard sack. Jets trying to be the first team to put their foot in the ground here. Ball back to the 32-yard line. Well, they didn't really use their wide receiver core that time around. Interestingly enough, got to get back on track here. Long 3rd down coming up here for Tampa Bay. Got to find the 19-yard line as Mayfield sets and fires, finds Mike Evans out in stride. Bad pursuit there from the Jet defense, and it will result in a first down. I mean, what in the world was Tony Adams doing? Who was he running to tackle there? That's a Madden moment. I'm going to go ahead and call a spade a spade. What in the world? That should have been a stop. Buccaneers going to get into the red zone, though. Here's the handoff to Irving, angling up top, picks up the first down, and spins down to the 5. Yeah, that was a whiff and a half. That's like Malik Beasley right now in his NBA defense. He's getting investigated for internal sports betting. Get Tony Adams an investigation, too. Check his bank account. Bucs looking to respond here on 1st and goal from the 5-yard line. Mayfield going to set Cade Otton in motion this time. 2 tight ends set for Tampa Bay. The handoff goes to Irving up the middle, cutting forward. And Ford only picks him up 2. Jets meet him at the 3-yard line. Combination there of Quincy Williams and Jamean Sherwood on the tackle. Bet the 2023 NFL preseason. Going to say, these teams don't seem to meet very often. One of the least continuing series, I'd say. 2nd and goal here for Mayfield, looking to fire this one, going to step and go to the back of the end zone, but it's dropped by Cade Otton. He had a touchdown if he simply held on, but a big hit there from Andre Sisco, the former Jaguar, knocks it free, and the Jets are one more stop away from keeping their lead here. What up, Santorio? Entire state of Florida stack, that is true. Press coverage up top on the great one, Chris Godwin. Mayfield going to switch the play up here. On the pre-snap, the handoff goes to Irving, and he finds the end zone from the 3-yard line. Tampa Bay right back to it. What up, Trey? I saw that. Pretty crazy yesterday, huh? And Bucky Irving pick it up where he left off last week with an opening drive touchdown. Take it over in Tampa Bay. I will be ecstatic. I'm a big Tampa Bay fan today for the sole reason I want the 3-0 Buccaneers to be hosting the 3-0 Eagles next week. Because if you know anything about Tampa the last couple of years, they have been the kryptonite of good teams. When the Lions went 15-2, one of their 2 losses, the Buccaneers. When the Eagles won the Super Bowl, one of their 2 losses, the Buccaneers. I mean, that's just the way it's been right now in the NFC. And yet Tampa finds a way to go like 3-3 in the NFC South every year somehow. I don't get it. Steelers stream was 2 days ago. But that legitimately happened the night before the trade. I was very frustrated because Minka had a pick in that game. And, of course, it all means nothing now. So, that's just the way that Madden tends to treat me. So many more good to great wide receivers across the NFL these days in general. That is true. There's a lot of wide receiver twos that have some Hall of Fame potential. Jets on the return from the 5-yard line here, and good vision. Up to the 33 for Xavier Gibson. Justin Fields taking back over. Back to square one. All tied up here. This is a Hassan Reddick revenge game. You're correct. Didn't even think about that. It's a good point. Although I'm not sure how much revenge he really wants. Didn't spend too much time with this team. Fields and the Jets offense back to it here. The handoff goes to Breece Hall, and he is tackled nicely at the 36-yard line by Antoine Winfield Jr. Question, is Sauce Gardner make plays for the Jets? He really hasn't done too much this season. He had a pick 6 last year on Bo Nix, I remember. And I think week 6, which was quite exciting. Not too much noise this year, though, which is fine when the offense is on the field. From the I formation, Justin Fields off the play action. Going to pick out his running back, Breece Hall out in open space. And Yaya Diaby right there, stride for stride. What up, A-Rod? Fields going to fumble in this drive, so we're calling a pick and a fumble. You know what I'm calling? I'm calling just a punt here. I'm going to be Mr. Boring, but Mr. Logistical. See what happens, though. We might all be wrong. Buccaneer fans on their feet here at Raymond James Stadium. Fields going down the field. Nearly intercepted, but Alan Lazard hangs on. Ooh, that was close. Probably deserved to be. I can't lie. I think that was Tyke Smith there in coverage, and it was. Just a little bit late to the party. Buccaneers got to bring some more pressure for sure. Vita Vea looking to make it 3 weeks in a row now with a sack as Fields gets this one away quickly. Off the back of the helmet, Alan Lazard taking get your head in the game too literally there. And lets that one hit the turf. Incomplete. Madden's got to fix that, man. I mean, there's no reason that a player should not be turning around for a football heading in their direction. It's ridiculous, is what it is, though. Incompletion sets up a 2nd and 10 here. Final minute of an exciting opening quarter. Fields looking to make it more exciting. Hits the sideline, but Lazard did not get the left foot down. Back-to-back boneheaded plays from Alan Lazard there. Hard to watch, can't lie. Can they contain the running back? Not looking like it thus far. Back-to-back incompletion sets up a 3rd and 10. Fields looking to get across midfield and wide open in stride. Garrett Wilson is out of there. 54-yard touchdown. Jets back in front. Wow. How about it? From one Buckeye to another. A new connection here in East Rutherford as the Jets offense leading up back to a 6-point lead. All right. Justin Fields cannot make that play. I mean, to be fair, anybody can make that play. Let's be real. Garrett Wilson made that play. This is why I think Justin Fields is going to find some more success here. I don't think his wide receiver ones have been that good. I think George Pickens is good talent-wise, but I don't think the Steelers had anything else to offer. I think it could get interesting having a wide receiver core with Alan Lazard and Josh Reynolds in there. Obviously having a great guy like Garrett Wilson, but yeah, he was getting sturdy, wasn't he? Garrett Wilson does have a brain. DJ Moore is pretty good. Okay, you're not wrong. That is a fair take. But who else did they have? Who was wide receiver 2 at that time in the Chicago Jets era, or Bears era, sorry. I don't remember. Yeah, Tampa Bay not looking too sharp here early on. Not going to lie. Kickoff is back for Andres Carlson. Buccaneers trail once again. Going to rely on their offense. Return out to the 25-yard line. Baker Mayfield going to make his way back out onto the field after leading a touchdown drive. Bucky Irving, 3-yard rush on 3rd and goal to get it done. It was Darnell Mooney. See, this is why I feel bad for Justin Fields. Yeah. You are correct. I hope this team doesn't better, though. We'll see. Tampa Bay back to work here. Payne Durham again. Going to open up this drive as the motion man. Mayfield flat-footed, going down the middle. Picks out Mike Evans. First down, Tampa Bay. Dozen yards gain there on the opening play of drive number 2. Yeah, Rome was a little, I think it was a year late. Might have been 2. I don't remember. Bucky Irving is the lone man in the backfield this time. Mayfield going to hand him the football. Try to cut it outside, and nothing going there. Only going to pick up 2 as we break down the Jets defense. Will McDonald, Jermaine Johnson, Derek Anati, the former Chief, Quinn and Williams make up the defensive line. Jamin Davis, Jimmy and Sherwood, Quincy Williams, Sauce Gardner, Brandon Stevens, Michael Carter, Tony Adams, and Andre Sisco make up the Jets starting defense. As we hit the end of one, it is the Jets 14, trying to play spoiler here to the Buccaneers 7. Second quarter is underway, opening up with a 2nd and 8 handoff to Bucky Irving, and again met immediately. Quincy Williams is right there with him. Back-to-back gains of a pair, nothing going. Up the middle right now for the running game of Tampa. They ran all over the Houston defense last week. Might be that I picked the Bucs last week. Statistically, probably. I'll double check, though. Jets trying to be the first team to make a stop today. 3rd and a half dozen. Mike Evans in motion here. Mayfield looking to set up the screen pass. It's out there and hauled in by Irving, who coughs up the football, and it's scooped up by Tampa. It is, however, a 4-yard loss that'll set up 4th down. Jermaine Johnson forced that one loose. It probably is going to be reversed here. Not that it's going to matter, and matter of fact, they're not even going to take a peek at it. No worries. Punt coming up here for Riley Dixon, former Denver Bronco. Gets this one out there. Fair catch called for at the 23-yard line. And the Jets right now looking to make a huge move in our pick'em. Wow. Mike Evans guy might be pretty good someday. I think the chat might be agreeing with you. Not Chili, though. Chili's a hater. Fields back under center. Jets trying to make it 3 for 3 on efficiency this afternoon. Breece Hall upended. Somehow manages to pick up a yard in that scuffle. Tackle made up front there by Christian Izien. Bucs defense does well stacking the box. Eagles and Bills both 3-0 this year, yes indeed. Bucs trying to join them here with the win today. Jets going run heavy once again. After Hall picks up one, right back to the bell count. Looking to extend it outside, he'll pick up one more. And an injury to the Buccaneer defense. That is not something they want to see. I think it's Anthony Walker. I'm going to keep saying that until I'm right. Let me see. Buccaneers number 5. It's not Jake Camrata. It's not Devin White. I'll figure it out in a minute. Tampa Bay showing blitz here. Now dropping linebackers on 3rd and 8 as Fields goes downfield, knocked away, incomplete. Wonderfully deflected that time. Number 5 is Hassan Reddick. Not sure why that took me so long. Yeah, he was listed as number 7. He must have changed that number at some point. Going to correct that on my roster. On for the punt now. Austin McNamara with his first of the game, and it's a pretty good one. Returnable, though, for Tampa Bay up to the 38-yard line. Sean Tucker dumped down 62 yards away from the end zone, which would tie the game for Tampa Bay. Baker Mayfield looking to come out and deliver a different result from the previous drive. Packers on top? I have not yet. No, I'll see if I can get a hold of them at some point soon. Mayfield from under center. Opens up drive number 3 with a handoff and no gain for Rachaad White. No, it's Bucky Irving. Up the middle that time. Will McDonald right there with him. Step for step once again. I like this top fans thing. The more you guys comment, the higher you rank on the top fans chart if you can see it. No gain that time for Bucky Irving. Baker Mayfield going to take matters into his own hands going downfield. First catch today for Chris Godwin. Picks him out of a crowd and gains 11. Watch his 3rd down conversion. Super loud incorrect buzzer on that one. Will be the number 1 pick of the draft this season. Hopefully Jacksonville, which means Cleveland. And this is going to be interesting here. Mike Evans in press coverage at the top of the screen. Keep an extra eye on him. Mayfield going down low, though. Drops it in the breadbasket. 9-yard pickup for number 9, Emeka Egbuka. Whole lot of Buckeyes on the field today. How about that? Fields, Wilson, Egbuka. I know I'm missing some other ones, too. Jeremy Ruckert. Whole lot of them. Ohio State University taking over here at Raymond James Stadium. Egbuka is the motion man after his 2nd reception. Mayfield going deep, but he finds Mike Evans, who drags the feet down impressively. It's probably an update. It took a while for me. Got to take a look at this replay, though. Baker Mayfield puts that one in the only place he could, and Mike Evans appears to have gotten both feet down. Colts had the first overall pick. Interesting. I feel like their division is too weak. Might happen, though. Buccaneers knocking on the doorstep here of the red zone. Mayfield from the shotgun. All 3 of his wide receivers below him here. Fires down the middle, wide open. Chris Godwin battling down to the 1-yard line. Trey almost called it. 3 different Jets collapse on him. And Godwin stalled just short for the moment. Might be another Bucky Irving opportunity. We will have to wait and see. Although this time looks like Rachaad White on 1st and goal from the 1, but Baker Mayfield from the pistol down the middle. He is intercepted. Picked off looking for Mike Evans, and Jamian Sherwood with the INT. Wow. That is something else. An interception on the 1-yard line. Seattle fans look away one more time. Jets come away with a huge red zone INT. Wow. I had to mention Seattle that time. Uh-oh, we got Jolt in chat. Evil bolt detected. Real jet lag on my creativity. Oh, there it is. Pick 'em, sold. That is not a good look for Baker Mayfield. That might be his first interception of the year. How about that? Why would you not run the football there? Unreal. The spirit of Pete Carroll lives on through the Tampa Bay offense. As Fields going deep again, finds an open man. It's his rookie tight end, Mason Taylor, into enemy territory. First catch of the game, and another tool in the shed for Justin Fields. Do we have an upset brewing? It looks like it. I told you guys not to sleep on the Jets. I slept on them, but that doesn't mean you should too. That was a really bad interception. Jets are 1-1 coming into this, though. Fields directing traffic once again. Looking to get Tampa Bay their largest deficit of the season. Working toward it. Finds Josh Reynolds, the former Lion. Another 17-yard pickup. As Allen Lazard grabbing his right shoulder. He will likely exit the game for a couple snaps at least here. What a Brandon Otwell. Would be so funny if that it would be so funny that it is Wilson who gets the Jets back to the playoffs. It would be something. Assuming you mean Garrett Wilson, because Russ is in New York Giants. 3 tight end set here. Little RPO going right side. Caught by Garrett Wilson. His third catch of the game. With that touchdown being the bulk of his yardage. Bucs would not go to 3-0. You'd be correct. Wow. Buccaneers now trying to turn over Justin Fields here. Had some issues through the opening couple of weeks. Looking sharp here, though. Josh Reynolds simply won't go down on the first tackle. Only picks up 2 there. Battle for a couple extra yards. Ended up losing some. Jamel Dean gets credited with that tackle. 3rd and 4 from the 20-yard line. Coming up. Crucial play here late in the opening half. Buccaneers looking to get themselves out of trouble. On a 3rd and 4, Justin Fields going down the middle, and he picks out a target. Somehow held on through the hit. Down to the 5-yard line, Malachi Corley. That is the 2nd-year wide receiver. Going to have to fill in some big shoes with Allen Lazard hitting the bench here. And he does so beautifully on his first grab. I don't think so, Job Breezy. I know exactly what you're talking about, too. Fields from the empty here. Goal to go for the Jets, going back corner the end zone. And he finds Josh Reynolds. Jets lead is 2 touchdowns on the road. Wow. This is crazy. Script has done a complete 180 since the 1-yard line interception from Baker Mayfield. Jets go 80 yards the other way and find the end zone. But Fields, yeah, I got you. It's pretty much what I developed from that. But yeah, Justin Fields leading the Jets to the playoffs would be something. I feel like he's just the sneaky quarterback to do so. Not to say the AFC East is open by any means. I don't think the Dolphins will be good this year. I think the Bills are going to be great again. I think the Patriots actually make the playoffs. But if there's a year for the Jets to kind of sneak around, especially with a guy like Justin Fields, it might be this year. Not going to lie. 18 people in chat, by the way. Appreciate all of you joining me for what could be a huge upset here between the Jets and Buccaneers. Drop a like down below if you have not yet already. Bucs lost to the Saints, win means tied in the NFC South. Let me double check to see what the tiebreaker looks like for that division right now. Now, Tampa would still be in first. Saints are yet to play a divisional game. Tampa would still be 1-0 in their division. Every team, though, would have a winning record if the Saints win this week. That is crazy in the NFC South. Absolute bloodbath of a division, just like we all expect. I agree. No, NFC South, I've been saying it for a couple of streams now. That is my division to watch. Very excited for that. It'd be 2-1 across the board. Yeah, every team would be 2-1. Falcons would be 1-1 in the division. Panthers would be 0-1. Bucks would be 1-0. Mayfield from the shotgun here. Crucial drive before halftime. Buccaneers do receive the second half kickoff, so looking for a double dip here. Mayfield going to pick out Godwin, who falls over and only picks up 4. Easily could have had about 8 or 9 there. Bucks easily going to win the South this year. I honestly think Tampa Bay coughs it up to Carolina. I think Bryce Young has a legacy season. We'll see. 4-yard gain that time for Chris Godwin. And Emeka Egbuka going to make it a bunch formation once again. Baker Mayfield going down the middle, and he finds Chris Godwin again, this time for 16. What up, XSM? And Chili with a $5 dono. Travis Hunter will finish as a top 12 wide receiver in fantasy. Write it down. Zach Charbonnet will also take Kenneth Walker's job by week 10. Write it down. I like that. Zach Charbonnet is a solid pick, you know. Appreciate the $5 dono, my friend. Glad to have you back in the streams. Under 2.5 to go now in the second quarter. Quick fire here from Mayfield. Picks out his rookie. Been finding him quite a bit today. Too many questions for Bryce Young. Still Bucks have won the division 4 straight. Yeah, that is fair. History does point toward Tampa Bay winning once again, but I don't know. Anything is possible nowadays in the NFL. Happens more often than not. We have hit the 2-minute warning. Jets ahead 21-7 here. An upset in the making. This would be bizarre. See what Baker Mayfield has planned after the 2-minute warning. Down the middle once again, it's Emeka Egbuka, leading receiver today. Another first down. What up, Silver Knight? Yeah, Bucks not looking too hot here. Oh yeah, Chili becomes number 1 far and away with that dono. Chili has 300 XP, second place has 75 for comments. Yeah, that's about how that works. Pay to win, but hey, it's not my system, so you really don't win much. If we're being real. Chili over the $150 donated mark. Appreciate it. Once again, first down for Mayfield. Zips that one down the middle. Chris Godwin again. Down to the 20. Unranked now. Jabrizi been dethroned. Now, you are 5th now. I don't know if you guys can see. Depending on what you're watching on, if you're watching on your laptop or PC, there should be a crown at the top right that says top fans that you could look at. Play clock winding down here for Tampa Bay. Hanging on to all 3 of their timeouts. Mayfield going deep again. Emeka Egbuka and Chris Godwin trading receptions here. Back to back to back to back. Wow. First and goal. I wish I could make incentives like predicting interceptions would put you at number 1 by default. That'd be cool if I had some control over it. Is what it is, though. Tampa Bay takes their first time out at the 8-yard line. Mayfield going near sideline. Finds his tight end, Cade Otton, down to the 1. Baker Mayfield over 200 yards passing. Bet he wishes he threw one less pass at the 1-yard line. Will they learn from their mistake here and hand the football off to Bucky Irving? They should. Egbuka, the future of Tampa? Honestly, it's a valid answer. Young Mike Evans prototype. Will Baker Mayfield learn from his mistakes here and hand the football off at the 1-yard line? The answer is no, but this time he cleans it up and finds Chris Godwin in the end zone for the Buccaneer touchdown. Important. That is a critical drive for Tampa Bay right before halftime as they receive the third quarter kickoff at home. Just like that, we are back to an interesting game. Never a doubt these two teams would deliver some great offense. Taking a Mecca in Dynasty this year, hopefully that's a good investment. Extra point coming up here for Chase McLaughlin. Knocks it up and through, and the Buccaneers have cut the lead of the Jets in half. Jabrizi with $1.99. Is this enough to be ranked? Let's see. I don't know. I really don't know how that rank system works. You guys might have to do your own research on that. It's not. Oh, wow. Now I feel bad. Again, see, this is why I wish I had some control over it. YouTube getting way too expensive nowadays. Appreciate the dono, boss. We are now up to 22 individual donors on the channel. Quite a milestone. Jets on the return here, going left side in some daylight. Terrific return out to the 44. Heard $100 gets you ranked. I could probably, maybe not confirm that, but it's likely. Welcome to the dono list. Job easy. And Chile right back with a $2 dono. This is the, it should be. That should solidify your first place, hopefully. I don't know if it got you anything else. Got you another 100 XP. Where did John Breezy's XP go? They robbed my boy. That's crazy. Terrific return there. And now the Jets have some interest to score before the break, but it's intercepted. Picked off at the 50-yard line, and this spells out danger for the Jets as Justin Fields saves the touchdown on the Jamel Dean interception. Wow. How bizarre. Unbelievable turn of events here. Way behind Garrett Wilson. And Justin Fields knew it from the moment it left his hand. That changes a lot, doesn't it? Yeah, it's crazy. Leontre called it. Mike Evans or Chris Godwin, they have absolute potential to tie this game before halftime. Jets gonna jet, man. Hate to see it. Extra penny make that much of a difference? I guess, man. I don't know. And all of a sudden, Tampa Bay looking to tie the game now before halftime. Emeka Egbuka motioning now to the weak side of the field. As Mayfield all the way up from the 17, going left side, wide open Egbuka down to the 5. Sets up first and goal. Timeout, 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 timeout. I'm Peyton Manning on Monday Night Football. Timeout, timeout. Oh my gosh, they're not going to do it. All right. Santori with the $2 dono. Random Jets came on a Tuesday, time to dono. It's tradition, you know. That tradition starts today. Appreciate it, man. Good way to start the month. Yeah, I have no idea what just happened there. Madden, good a Madden. Madden moment number 2 of the day. I guess that makes up for the whiff tackle of Tony Adams. Chase McLaughlin on now for a 22-yard chip shot. Right before halftime, it is up and it is good. I mean, I don't understand. Who was programming Madden was like, hey, let's not call a timeout in this situation. Eek. Yikes, man. Really don't know what else to say. Madden, get a Madden. I mean, legitimately, they call timeout with 15 seconds. They can fire to the end zone 3 times. But it's just weird, though, because on occasion they will call timeout there. Whatever. Justin Fields' gift is only half received as they cut the lead down to 4. And the Jets will take a knee and make us wait one more step before halftime. Going to get the live poll ready for you. Should be relatively close today, I feel like. We will see, though. Jets going to take a 4-point lead in halftime. Buccaneers get the ball to begin half number 2 in the battle of 1-1 and 2-0. Live poll is out there. Get your votes in. Fields going to take a knee and subtract a 1/10 of a fantasy point from his total. Into the third quarter we go. Not the script this week, I guess. No. 2-mod stream bingo. There it is. Can we go 3 for 3? We'll be getting the eggs off. Showing up here. Guess we'll have to see. I guess the extra penny did make the difference, Job Breezy. Because Santori was now number 2. That's funny. Second half is underway here from Tampa, Florida. And the Buccaneers will begin on offense at the 30-yard line. Baker Mayfield, after a disastrously orchestrated little 17 seconds there, looking to get their get back if possible. We'll see full belief in chat right now in Tampa Bay despite their 4-point deficit at halftime. Got to give Fields and them credit. They have looked pretty good. Fairly even opening half. Both quarterbacks fire one interception. That cost them on the other end, but Bucky Irvin looking to get going on the rushing end of things. Neither team has really run the football too well today. Tony Adams brings them down after a 3-yard gain. Tampa Bay has had a pretty good start to this year, offensively and defensively. First home game of the year, though. Looking to give their home crowd something to be happy about. Heading home after week 3. Mayfield off the bootleg, going to zip this one in there to Bucky Irving. And all that running laterally, just for 2 yards vertically. Quincy Williams there. A step behind Bucky. Did you say the penny mattered? I'll have you know that I'm anti-coin now. I mean, yeah. I am too, low-key. Jets trying to pitch a 3-and-out here to open up the second half. Baker Mayfield gonna go deep down the field, knocked away, incomplete. A terrific play over the shoulder. Michael Carter forces the 4th down. Yeah, I don't like change whatsoever. We should like round down and round up. That's about it. Penny's going extinct this year. They may as well have. On for the punt, Riley Dixon once again. Second of the game, going to put his foot through this one. And over and kick, fair, caught at the 25-yard line. Jets defense does their job. Can their offense reciprocate the feeling here? A minute into the third quarter. What up, Levi? Live poll right now, 73% in favor of Tampa Bay. A little bit skewed after an empty possession there. Jets looking to pull away here with a big-time touchdown drive. Although Fields going to get taken down and sacked. They'll lose 4. Back to the 21-yard line. Not something he would have loved to see there. What up, Border Worlds? Limited all coins except the quarter. Shout out the quarter, man. Around there is 25 cents. That's valid. Sounds good to me. 2 receivers left and right here for Justin Fields, but the handoff goes to Breece Hall. Breaking away from the initial wave, brought down from behind. Push forward, though. He'll pick up a nifty 9 yards there. Jets going to be more than happy to find that yardage on that type of play. Makes for a much more manageable 3rd and medium here. And again, Gong is chiming at Raymond James Stadium. Buccaneers only going to rush 4. Justin Fields flat-footed down the middle, little hospital ball, but it's held onto by Lazard. Oof, big time hit. Justin Fields putting his teammates' life on the line there. That is the same wide receiver that went out earlier with a shoulder injury. Got to think that's still feeling tender here in the third quarter. Fields off the play action. Looking to go deep once again. Now going to step up. Vita Vea going for his ankles. Couldn't bring him down. And Fields picks up another dozen. Up to the 45 of Tampa. Vita Vea wanted that sack so badly. Can't think of too many big men that'll get down that low. Got Tampa 27-24. Could happen. Might happen. Jets right back now to the I formation. And the handoff goes to Hall. This time got good blocking. Little jump cut in there, too. Picks up 9.5. And John Sutherland with a $1.99 dono. Chili gets the bingo. Appreciate it, man. Extending your lead at the top of the all-time dono list. Also, quick shout out to TDR. No, he's not here. His emote has now changed. 2 full years as a member. Crazy. Hall picks up 9.5. And now Justin Fields going to do it himself. Down the middle. Almost intercepted again. Oh, and it should have been. Fired that one right in there. Absolutely should have been an interception. I will get that to you in a minute here, Chili. Once again, Tampa Bay forces a 3rd down. Can they get off the field? Justin Fields going near sideline, going to deny them that opportunity. Mason Taylor once again. Wow. That is big time. What a buster was that play. Should have ran, they should have. Under 6 to go now in the third quarter. Fields again with a tight pocket around him. Finds his tight end, who fights forward for 11. Mason Taylor putting the team on his back here. Wow. John Ziller now at 194.66, and Chile at 155.77. Jets back into the red zone here on their opening drive of the half. Right back down the middle, zips it in there, caught by Lazard, trying to change direction. Nothing going, though, after 12. Jets could be a solid 7-10 or 8-9. I think they would easily take a winning season. If they could, they probably would. Once again, though, Tampa Bay becoming on upset alert as this game progresses. Justin Fields going near sideline again, and Mason Taylor almost caught there with the dive. Man, he wants it so bad. Cannot believe that play right there turned into a positive gain. Wild. They have not set the house very much today, have they? Not at all. Jets going to look to run the football here. From the 1 yard line, handoff goes to Breece Hall, finds the end zone, and the Jets back ahead by double digits. This is going to be a huge upset if they can pull this one out. What a drive. Wow. Taking time off the clock and putting points on the board. Cannot ask for much more from your offense. 4 minutes, 20 seconds to go in the third quarter. 8-1. Now that's for Pittsburgh. They're due for an 8-1 season. They just cannot wait to go 9-9 once the 18-game season start here. Carlson on for the extra point as the Jets find the end zone for the fourth time today. Up and good. 11-play, 77, nearly 5-minute drive for the New York Jets. Multiple third down conversions in there as well. Some catches for everybody. But Mason Taylor, the main man when it was all said and done. That man deserved a touchdown on that drive, but understandably, unlike Baker Mayfield, they decided to run the football at the 1 yard line, as they should. Really not that hard of a conversation to have. Hey, Baker, it's first and goal. Let's run the football. Plenty of time, though. You're right. Kickoff coming here. Bucs will take back over, down by 11. Looking to pull it back within a score. And see if their defense can finally make a play. Baker Mayfield trotting back out there. I just skipped over a stat line, but it's probably pretty solid. 19 for 22, I think it was right there. Double check that in a minute. One of those 3 incompletions was an interception into the end zone. Baker Mayfield getting back to work here. Trying to protect the football and cut the deficit once again. Chris Godwin in motion. Blitz is coming. Mayfield running for his life, and he's sacked again. Wow. Chile with the $38.90. What? 2,300 XP? Goodness, man. Hey, Chile, you're a real one. That is crazy. Wow. That is wild. 38. Trying to do quick math here. That caught me off guard. I appreciate that a lot, man. Although you're going to hate this answer. You're 99 cents short of Zeller. Mayfield loses 9 on the sack. Press coverage up top on Chris Godwin. Him and Sauce Gardner going to work, although Godwin wins this battle. And he will pick up a solid 8 yards back. Chile just winning everything MSU related at this point, it seems to be. Bro, I cannot believe almost a $40 donut. Come on now. Pro wants number 1. Buccaneers facing 3rd and 11 now. Egbuka is in motion once again. Signs of good things to come for the offense. A lot of that time given for Baker Mayfield to zip that one in there. Completes to Chris Godwin again. 17-yard pickup. Chile with a $1 dono. He will cap it off and take back first place by 1 single penny. Shout out Chile, man. What a stream. Appreciate all the love from everybody involved. Mayfield back under center. Off the play action. Gotta be careful. Sacked again. Will McDonald. That's crazy. The big fella gets home. 7 donations this stream from 4 different people. Wild, man. Wild, wild, wild. John Zeller, though, dethroned for the first time in a long time. Yeah, hey, Chili's a real one, man. Shout out Chili. Hey, if you're not subbed to Chili yet already, he's on the road to 10K. Shout out Chili, man. Always been a real one. Once again, that sets up a 2nd and 19 for the second time this drive. Mayfield going left side, dropped incomplete by Rachaad White. And the party continues. Border Worlds with the $1.99. Man, what is going on? I promise you, this is not the most entertaining game of the week to do this on either. Everybody's just going crazy. Hey, I gotta say, save your donos if you're planning to for the Madden 26 inaugural stream. Gonna be a heck of a party. Incompletion to Rachaad White. All of a sudden, it is 3rd and 19. Mayfield going to have to find the Jets' 49-yard line. Dropping back deep. Stepping up in the pocket now. Looking to take off. Going to do so and pick up minimal yardage. Well played there by the Jet defense. Offense just looks ugly, man, doesn't it? Oh, so ugly. Well, Border Worlds is going to move from 17th in the all-time dono list all the way up now to 13th. How about that? On for the punt is Riley Dixon. 3rd time today. Fair catch called for at the 23-yard line. And that is how the Jets take back over. Breece Hall, Justin Fields, Garrett Wilson, all coming back out looking to deliver on what they have begun. I can sense it now. You know what? We'll save it. Know what it's like? Yeah, it's a 2-horse race, believe me. Games is the guy in 3rd right now, and he's about $130 behind you two. So, by party, I mean it's going to be the most poppin' stream of the year. It usually is. Jets back on offense here. And a touchdown really built some intrigue. If they can pull it off, check down to the fullback here. Going to lose some yardage. Going backwards 2 yards. SM smells a pick. Would be a huge time for a second INT. Don't know, listen to the Discord, got you. See if I can take a picture of it. If I can even fit everybody in here. Yes, I can. Fields going to direct traffic after a 2-yard loss. Breece Hall gets the handoff and hit hard. Lavonte David, like running into a brick wall. It is a pickup of 3. I'll send it into the media tab of the Discord real quick. There's the full list. Bucks do need a takeaway or a stop here. Might just be now or never for this Tampa Bay defense. Fields takes a low step and collects it down the middle, and he finds an open man again. Garrett Wilson. 21-yard pickup. Zombell is undefeated. Yeah, it's looking bad for him. 7-0 start might come crumbling down here if Tampa Bay cannot find their stride. Offense and defense equally looking just as bad as we will hit the end of the 3rd quarter. Jets ahead 11 with the football. Huge upset potentially on the horizon. And the AFC East might just be that much more interesting, as will the NFC South. 10 minutes to decide a winner, though. Can the Bucks make a monumental comeback? Fields going near sideline. Big tackle there by Jamel Dean. Had the early interception that led to a field goal. Should have led to a touchdown, but we'll talk about that later. Jets are 1-1. Bucks are 2-0. Jets took down the Steelers, lost to the Bills. Bucks beats the Falcons, and then the Texans. 2nd and 7. Little read option here for Justin Fields, trying to break it outside, and he's broken down after a 1-yard gain. Again, it's 3rd down. We're getting nights in chat already. Nobody believing in the Tampa Bay comeback. I think there's plenty of time. I'm not ready to call it just yet. I have some faith in Baker Mayfield. As a Browns fan, I'm obligated to. Tampa showing blitz again. They will drop their linebackers, though. Will pressure get home this time as Field steps right, going to pick up the first down. No! Coughed up the football, and it's scooped up by Tampa Bay. What a time for a takeaway. As they celebrate in unison. Antoine Winfield Jr. And the game flips on its head once again. Justin Fields coughing up the football. Levante David forces it loose, and Antoine Winfield on the recovery when they needed it most. Bucs will take over with terrific field position here. 54 yards away from the end zone. If push comes to shove and they need to settle for a field goal, they can have it. Sure, the standings for a Jets win. Chile might have jinxed it. Might have cursed it. Wow. 8:57 to go now for Tampa Bay to salvage 11 points here. A touchdown, 2-point conversion, and a field goal. So force overtime. Mayfield going downfield. Picks out Emeka Egbuka. And his favorite guy today. That's an 8-yard pickup. Can't believe Chile's bank actually was like questioning for fraud because of all these donos. Honestly, valid. Valid from your bank. Emeka is having a game, though. I'll have to check the stats afterward. Believe that is Rashad White this time in the backfield. Mayfield going to look to fire that one. Diving knock away. What a play. Jamean Sherwood again. Heroic defensive effort. Sauce Gardner had a similar play last week, too. Didn't end up meeting much, but still athletic and flashy. That might mean a lot, though. Pass breakup forces a 3rd-and-2. And it should be 4-down territory here for Mayfield and company. Finding his running back, though. Bucky Irving somehow breaking free out of that pile. 20-yard pickup through the air. That is wild. It's an auto system was making multiple purchases, same company very quickly. That is valid. Think Mayfield will play for another team in the future? That's a good question. I think he's home here for a while, so long as his talent holds up. I don't see any reasons for not. 8 minutes to go now in the 4th quarter. 3 receivers set once again. Tampa Bay got the best wide receiver core from top to bottom in the NFL. May as well use it. There's Mike Evans, the future Hall of Famer, setting up 1st and goal. Yeah, that is a good point. We got 22 people in here. We got to have 20 likes when it's all said and done. Between all the donos and the entertainment we've been getting with this game, you got to have some generosity in you to simply hit the like button. Jets trying to make a stop of their own, force their 2nd turnover. Mayfield, though, got different ideas, almost intercepted by Tony Adams right on cue. Him and Sauce Gardner running arm for arm that time. Nearly had that one. What's up, Layla? Should do the NBA next season? I might pick and choose some NBA games. We'll see. WWE 2K25, that'd be fire. Baker Mayfield fortunate. That was not his 2nd. Red zone interception. There's a fired-in touchdown to the rookie Egbuka. And the Buccaneers within 5. Oh, boy. What a drive from Baker Mayfield. Points up, the turnovers are turning crucial here at Raymond James Stadium. This is crazy. Bucs comeback could be happening. Emeka, he deserved to get in the end zone too. Hey man, Mason Taylor. No, not yet. That Justin Fields fumble changed everything. It's like when he didn't pick up the 1st down on 3rd and inches against the Browns at the beginning of the 4th quarter a couple of years ago. Changed the entire dynamic. Buccaneers going to keep the offense out there. Looking for the 2-point conversion to bring us within a field goal. Mayfield going to step and fire and pick out the rookie again. Completes the octopus. And the Buccaneers complete a 6-play, 53-yard drive in under 2 minutes to bring us within a field goal. What a crazy game we have on our hands here. Jets led by as many as 14 in this one. And they were up 11 just a moment ago. What a game. Oh boy, indeed. It's getting crazy out there. Get your live votes in now. Do you believe in the Buccaneer comeback, or will the Jets hang on for dear life? Jets will take back over their smallest lead since the opening touchdown. And here comes Justin Fields looking to close this one out. OT is definitely possible. I have no idea. I think the Donos just rejuvenated this game. Got to be honest. Ziller actually destroys me in Donos because he's been a member for a long time. True. 22. Let's do the math. 22 times $4.99. That is another $109. So he's about over $300 total on the channel. Yeah, he got you. 5 Buccaneers on the line of scrimmage, and every one of them going to rush to play here as Breece Hall picks up just 2. Lavonte David starting to wreak havoc. It is Hassan Reddick versus his former team. True that. Fields fumbles again. It can happen. Even without that, I think it could. Bucs did throw a pick at the goal line. Messed up the time at the end. Oh, it wouldn't even be a close game. You're right. They just had the build for the dramatic here in their first home game of the year, as there goes Breece Hall. Nowhere. Hassan Reddick that time makes a huge play against his former team. Oh yeah, no sweat there, Chili. He's got that like passive donation method though, you know. As loud as it has been all afternoon here in Tampa. 3rd down, Fields off the play action, sacked by Yaya Diaby. A 3-and-out delivered. And the Buccaneers will get back on the field with their offense. Line item on monthly budget, that's funny. That's incredible. What a play, though. I hope Zombao's lurking in stream because this is huge for him. Gotta be a big sweat. Try multi-streaming. I'm unfortunately bound by the laws of PS5, so would love to if I could, but not capable. Jets on the punt, and it will be returned here for Tampa Bay up to the 31-yard line. They just need a field goal to tie, a touchdown to potentially win it here. They have not led for a moment in this game, yet somehow 3-0 seems more than likely at this point. Thanks, Platter Technologies, the last couple months for being funding for all my donations. Shout out his job. 5:32, all 3 timeouts here for a Baker Mayfield legacy drive. Pick it out, Chris Godwin. A terrific start. YouTube streaming could be far better than Twitch if it wanted. I think they're trending in that direction right now. I feel like they've gotten a little bit better with like the memberships and the emotes and stuff like that. I do wish members didn't have to watch ads on my channel, but can't be picky. Time still ticking away. At this point, hard to tell if it favors Tampa Bay or New York. Neither team really worried about the clock right now. There's some slippage in the middle from Cade Otton. Still some dew left over from this morning, it seems. Game of the weekend coming, potentially. I don't think Week 3 has given us that many good games. I think Steelers and Patriots was probably the best one, 41-31, but even then, wasn't dramatic, just high scoring. Tight end picks up a pair. Mayfield going to set Bucky Irving in motion and go deep down the middle. Somehow Chris Godwin holds on. His 10th reception. I'll tell you what, though, for an Emeka Egbuka legacy game, this is something else for Chris Godwin, too. Had no idea he had this many receiving yards. Wow. Tampa Bay into field goal range now, but they are hungry for more already on this little 8-0 run, looking to make it more. There's Godwin again, and he is sent flying backwards. Hard hit delivered by Quincy Williams, and Godwin going to take his time getting up there. Browns game was also dramatic, true. Highlights of that just came out today. Sharing that with you guys at the end. Mayfield now going to backpedal to the pistol. Bucky Irving going to touch the football for the first time this drive. Got terrific blocking, and there goes Irving. Breaks the tackle and trips down to the 6-yard line. Not a single player wearing white sensed to run there. What a crazy comeback. Jets going to jet. Tampa starting to ball out here. How about it? What a fourth quarter right now Tampa Bay's got brewing. Baker Mayfield looking to finish off the drive, and he fires it inside, and it's intercepted, and the script is flipped again. Whoa! That is crazy. Wow. It's the rookie Francisco Mauigoa with the interception. His first big play of his career, and what a time to have it. The second red zone interception from Baker Mayfield. Oh, absolutely crushing for the Tampa Bay Pick'ems in chat today. Far from over, though. Chat doesn't believe this game is not over. We're seeing overtime. That's my prediction. Wow. Unbelievable. An afternoon to forget, it seems, for Baker Mayfield. Second interception. Hand off to Breece Hall up the middle. Gets some help there from Yaya Diaby, who hits him forward. One more rush here before the 2-minute warning, though. That is the important part. Tampa Bay has all 3 timeouts still. Don't have to worry about the clock for a while. That is heartbreaking, though, if they can't get the football back here. Jets just going to look to run the ball a couple more times. Back-to-back looks from the I formation. Play clock is winding down. One more snap here before the 2-minute warning. Jets got to be careful not to take a penalty, and they will, because Madden still doesn't understand motion offense and time wasting. Well, then that's huge. I suppose that might be the Madden moment to make up for the Buccaneers not calling a timeout. This game is entertaining. You're not wrong.
Still second down.
But it's far from over. I'm telling you. Not even close. One more snap here before the 2-minute warning. Inside we go to Breece Hall, and he's going to pick up the yardage that was lost. Sets up a huge 3rd and 6 on the other end of the 2-minute warning. It's the Jets 28, the Buccaneers 25, as New York looking to hang on for dear life. I don't think so either, but it's close as I can get for you. Critical play here on 3rd and 6 after the 2-minute warning, and wide open Garrett Wilson might have just put the exclamation point on this upset win. Wow. Just do CPU commentary? Yes, for the most part. I don't think I've actually done anything else. I have some miscellaneous videos on this channel, but everything that I commentate is CPU. At least on the YouTube channel. Unreal, though. Wow. Jets are now just 1 first down away from walking out of here victorious. The handoff goes to Hall, breaks it outside, up the sideline, although pushed out of bounds. That essentially means nothing. I mean, that takes 5 seconds off the clock, but Buccaneers don't have to take a timeout. And we're right back to 1st and 10. So, all things considered, didn't matter too much. Clock is stopped with the exit out of bounds there by Breece Hall. Little mental error. Football back at his chest, though, up the middle. Big hit, stays on his feet, and a couple other Buccaneers come to the rescue, but he still fights forward for an entire 6 yards. Wow. What a rush. Bucs would be up 1. Technically, it'd be tied because they wouldn't have gone for 2, but I do see your point. Makes sense to me. Just a crazy, entertaining game, though. Breece Hall starting to take over here on the offensive end. Looking for one more first down. Going left side, and he is going to pick it out. No, he's inches short. And the drama goes down to the final 3rd down. What a Vulcan, long time no see. YouTube and Twitch got to let us start streaming sports again. Not for real. Need that in my life. Oh, so bad. Not game, just one stop. Not game yet. We'll see. Wow. The Jets could not get closer to a first down. 3rd and inches to win the game. Breece Hall cuts it up the middle, and that is going to do it. Unreal. Mauigoa, the hero for the Jets. And there will be no more undefeated pick'ems after the 8th game of the week. Crazy. Justin Fields into victory formation. Puts the knee into the turf for 1 of 2 times. Wow. What a crazy game, though. Streaming the NWSL because they still have the rights to when they allowed it back on Twitch. Interesting. Jersey is safe. Yes, it is. We survive another week. Fields into victory formation. Should be his final knee of the game. What a heroic defensive rescue. Unbelievable. Bucks win this game 9 times out of 10, though, for sure. Time is going to expire, and what an upset on the road from the New York Jets. They hang on for dear life and win it 28-25 from Raymond James Stadium. Jets improved to 2-1. Tampa Bay falls to 2-1 themselves as we take a look at the player stats today. Baker Mayfield, 2 crucial interceptions inside the 10-yard line. Rushing stats, Breece Hall broke free late. Chris Godwin, 130 receiving yards, 11 catches, and the touchdown. That was his game. Make no mistake about it. But yeah, that was a heck of a game. Heck of a stream, too. Really appreciate everyone's generosity today. Hopefully you guys enjoyed. We got another great stream coming up tomorrow. I think it is the Colts and the Titans. A little AFC South action for you. Colts trying to stay unbeaten. They look to get 3-0 themselves. Hope to see you there. Don't forget to check out the highlights of the Packers and Browns. Came down to the final play. Should be uploaded as of a couple hours ago. And I will see all of you in the next one. Later, guys.